back to my channel. If you are new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. My channel is all about finances and budgeting and growing and glowing financially. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about 5 budget tips that I think are super helpful for everybody on their budgeting journey. You guys, I know cash stuffing videos are your favorite. I am not going to be having a cash stuffing video this weekend. I've just been very busy. My husband's been sick and I just haven't been able to get to the bank. So unfortunately, no cash stuffing this weekend. I do hope that these tips in this video are helpful for you guys, and I will definitely be having my next cash stuffing video next week. So stay tuned, make sure your post notifications are turned on, and let's get into the video. So the first tip that I have for anyone who's starting out budgeting or just on their budgeting journey, if you haven't already, is to start doing the cash envelope system. It's so important for accounting for every single dollar that you earn, telling every single dollar that you earn where it's going to go, and being super strategic with your savings and spending. I did update my cash envelope binder. I had another jewel here, but I have to re-glue it on. It was just kind of like a trial run I have going on here, but it's a lavender butterfly type of theme. I do still need to clean up some of the glue around it, but let me know what you guys think about this new binder. So this is my cash envelope binder. I do sell them. The link is down in my description, but essentially you are budgeting specific amounts for every single category in your life. So I have groceries, gas, home, baby, pet, health, miscellaneous, beauty, one-off, my business envelope, coupons, and to the bank. And part of the cash envelope system is also being incredibly strategic with your savings. So instead of just having a overall savings account, you're strategic with your categories and you save for different things that are a part of your life, that suit your life. So in my savings, I have property tax, emergency fund, daycare, car, birthday, family, clothes, holiday, home decor, fall, wants, vacation, my self-love challenge, which guys, me and another YouTuber here, budget YouTuber, we are going to be doing a collaboration video. It's going to be a little bit of like a challenge for you guys. It's going to be a self-love challenge, and there's going to be 2 winners at the end that are going to win some nice prizes. So stay on the lookout for that, because I'm going to be announcing that very soon. And the dreaded debt envelope. If you are new to budgeting, if you haven't heard the cash envelope system, I highly suggest you can watch a whole bunch of my videos on it to learn about it. You can read about it, watch other videos about it, and it's going to be super helpful because this is a budget system that I've actually been able to stick to, and it actually becomes like fun and relaxing the more you get into it, and it's completely attainable and maintainable. So definitely my number 1 tip would be to start the cash envelope system for budgeting. Tip number 2 is meal planning. So I do have a recent video on meal planning and how to save on groceries, so definitely go ahead and check that video out. I will link it down below. But meal planning is so important to keep your grocery bill low, to keep you from spending all this money on takeout and going out. That money can add up so quick when you're spending money on takeout and little like fast food places, coffee here and there. All of that adds up super quick, and if you were to eat out multiple times a week, that would surpass the amount of that you could have for a grocery bill that will give you meals for every single meal every day of the week. Guys, make sure you're sipping a tea, a coffee, a drink right now, and just relaxing as you're watching this. I did find a super helpful video on TikTok that I'm actually going to start trying. I'll try to insert it into here if I can find like a picture of it or something. But basically what the person did was put bins. They have specific little bins that they put in their fridge, and then in each bin they put all of the ingredients and everything that they need for that meal to make. So obviously it takes meal prep and planning ahead of time, but then you put all the ingredients. So for instance, say you're making tacos one night, you put like the meat, the spices, the tortillas, everything that you need in that one bin, and then you have multiple bins in your fridge. So literally, say it's Tuesday night and you have to be quick to make dinner, you grab that bin and you have all the ingredients right there. So not only is this very helpful and convenient, but it also is going to save you money and wasting food, because a lot of the times we store food in our fridge and it gets left behind and we forget about it and then we end up having to throw it out, which is, I hate having to do that. So I'm definitely going to start this little strategy out and I'll keep you guys updated on how it goes, but I think it's going to be super helpful. Tip number 3 is to buy reusable and be super resourceful when possible. So there's so many different reusable things that you can buy, whether it's for like food related things or paper towels. I did try reusable paper towels, which in the long run would save you so much money. Right now I have a toddler and it just didn't work because I'm constantly using like paper towels, cleaning things up. So reusable paper towels doesn't really work for me right now, but in the future I'm definitely going to give that another shot. So things like that, if you just take a look at your day-to-day life, there's so many different reusable things, reusable bags. If you make coffee, like K-cups, you can get reusable K-cups. So many things that you can, it's like a one-time purchase of something reusable, and it's going to end up really helping you a lot in the long run, because you might have to pay like a $20 for something reusable right now, but that's going to last you so much longer than if you continue to spend like $10, if you catch my drift. So definitely try to buy reusable when possible, and also be resourceful when possible. Guys, I purchased, they're a little bit, some of them are a little bit chipped right now because I was picking at it a bit, and I did just try them out. I was just completely playing around, but I did these nails completely on my own, and that's what I'm going to be doing from here on out. So when I would go to the nail salon downtown Toronto, when I used to do that, it was like $60+ to get my nails done. And then I found cheaper places, but then now that we're in the pandemic, I feel like in this pandemic in general, people have been learning so many more like skills and learning to be so much more resourceful, because when businesses have shut down and stuff, obviously I still want to completely support small businesses and things like that. I was purchasing from a small business girl on Etsy who made nails, and they were like press-on nails, so I would just have to glue them on. But guys, after years of getting my nails done, I kind of know the ropes of how to do it. So I purchased from Amazon. For less than $50, I got an entire set that comes with so many clear like nails that you glue on, and then you have to file them and cut them yourself. It came with the nails, the glue, the filers, whatever you call those things. It came with so many different nail polishes. It came with the UV lamp that you have to put your hand under. Every possible thing from start to finish that I need to do my nails, the jewels, under $50. So now I can do my nails for months and months and months and months for the cost that I was spending on like 1 or 2 sets of nails. So try to look at the things in your life that maybe you purchase. And for me, nails aren't something, they're not a priority for me, but it is the one thing that I like to get done for myself. I'm not really like a shopping person. I'm not really into material things like that. I don't really like collect like makeup and bags and things like that. Nails are the one thing that I've always done just for myself, to make myself feel good in my little pamper moment. So I'm gonna be saving so much money now doing them on my own, and it was kind of fun to try it out. I want to start getting some fluorescent colors like oranges and yellows, and getting creative, especially for my videos, to be having them. So definitely buy reusable when possible and try to be resourceful. You can learn how to cut your own hair, like all things like that. Gonna cut down on costs, especially if you're on a super strict budget. Tip number 4 is to have high priority versus low priority savings. So what I mean by that, you set up your savings envelopes. There's gonna be envelopes that are way more important and necessary. So whether it's like bills or health related or something that is a high priority saving, make sure you differentiate between the high priority and the low priority, because it can get very challenging, especially if you're like a single living on your own, a single parent, if you're a single income household, low income. So many different scenarios, so many different challenges that we face. And it can be difficult to save because so often we're just putting most of our paycheck towards like rent, mortgages, bills, utilities, food, all the necessities, that there's very little amount for saving left over. So I kind of have higher priority. So property tax, that's something that needs to get paid. It's about $4,000 a year and I have to pay it. So that's a priority. Emergency fund for everybody should always be a priority. You should always have an emergency fund. If you're 16, 62, however old you are, always have an emergency fund. Daycare, that is a priority, but not till the fall for me. Car, this is a priority because you do want to have some money saved up in case anything ever happens to your car. You need car maintenance. Birthdays would be less of a priority, but still, of course, you want to be purchasing people in your life gifts and things like that. And then you just kind of prioritize like home decor, for instance. That is not a necessity. So if I only had, say, $100 to stuff in my envelopes, I'm going to determine what is high priority and what is low priority. And a lot of the times your low priority envelopes might not be able to get stuffed. Sometimes your high priority envelopes can't even get stuffed. But it's all about just sticking through it, kind of learning the balance. If you do have a paycheck that brings in some extra income one week, or whatever the case may be, you can throw in some of that extra into your low priorities. But to make it less stressful and things like that, especially when finances are tight, definitely differentiate between your high priority and low priority, and try not to get too hard on yourself or down on yourself. And my last tip for the day, tip number 5, is to not overspend. I know for people this can be difficult. I definitely catch myself in this trap sometimes too. I'm looking on Amazon and I'm like, oh, I could use that. I would like that. I would need that. But it's so important to determine a need versus a want. So when you see something you like, you can ask yourself, especially if you're on a strict budget, once you're in a place where you're comfortable, things like that, you can obviously have some wiggle room and decide based off of that. But when you're in a position where you're on a super tight budget, it can be so tempting still, because we're human, to want to purchase this or want to purchase that. So definitely ask yourself, is this something I just want, or is this something that I need? And if it is something that you just want, you can always have, like I have, a savings envelope that's just like an extra wants envelope. So anytime there's a little bit of extra cash, if you know you want something, save up for it. It might take you a couple weeks, it might take you a couple months, but it's gonna feel so much better when you work your way up to buying it and not just putting it on a credit card or going into debt by spending unnecessarily. So definitely try not to overspend. Only spend what you need. I'm also gonna start having like no spend weeks where I don't spend any money besides the necessities. So I'm gonna keep you guys posted on that. So I hope that this video was helpful. Let me know where you are at in your budgeting journey. Keep me posted. Let me know if you guys have been following any of these tips, if any of these tips are helpful that you're gonna try out. So let me know down in the comments below if you have like high priority versus low priority savings funds and what those are for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you so much always. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like, comment. I love talking with you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.